So the Chiefs, your 2 cents on the Chiefs being once again the team that we're wondering if they can flip a switch when it all matters. It seems like we're running back the same. I don't know if you heard before. I was using just the analogy that how there's a Taylor's version of songs.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
It's the same song. Lyrics are the same. It's just a different version.
Yep.
The Chiefs again. Here we are.
Yeah.
Wondering if this defending championship team is going to be able to flip a switch again.
Yeah.
And are you concerned about flipping a switch for the Chiefs?
I don't know that I'm ever concerned if Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid are the coach, or Andy Reid's the coach and Pat's the quarterback.
Yeah.
They just have such a ability and a resiliency as a group. But, I mean, listen, it's a little bit concerning. I mean, the biggest thing that's been concerning recently over the last 2 weeks is that their defense has faltered for probably the first time in 2 years.
Yeah, they almost gave up 30 again.
Yeah, and credit to the Panthers and, Bryce Young. I mean, talk about a story, getting benched and coming back and all of a sudden playing really, really well. Awesome for him. But Spags, I mean, he was the untold story in some ways of last year's success. Pat Mahomes and Andy always get the credit, but that defense was really what allowed them to persevere through a lot of that stuff. And the last couple of weeks, they've faltered a little bit. They're dealing with some injuries in the back end. There was all this noise that Spags wanted to add maybe somebody to that secondary during the trade deadline. So we'll see. I mean, again, they still find ways to win. And if the game's ever close,
yes,
I'm like, if this is World Series of Poker, I'm all in on Patrick Mahomes. And the vast majority of these games are close, especially playoff games.
Well, you've been around though. I mean, is there a certain type of player where your pulse doesn't get pumped up in a big situation because you've been through it a million times before?
I mean, that nerves are just a reflection of unknown, right? Like you're nervous because you don't know what to expect. These guys have been through so many of these situations multiple times, and they've executed them at a high level. And there's a reason why, last week Buffalo went for it on 4th down. They knew we cannot give the ball back to Mahomes. We can't do it. So, I mean, that's as long as Pat is there, they are going to be in every single game. They're always going to be a contender. As long as Andy Reid is there, they're going to be a great team. So, yeah.
By the way, nerves are a reflection of the unknown. Can you write that down so I don't forget that? That was very insightful. That was
deep.
Okay, I'll take it.
That sounds like a
deep cut.
Yeah, like that's very deep cut. Write that down. I kind of dig that. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.